So let's get started for today. A couple of announcements to get us started. Important announcements, fun stuff. Wait. Don't skip the announcements because they're fun. The most important announcement for you to hear is that on my Discord channel, so go to Istebrak, my server, istebrak.com, and click on the community tab right here. This will take you to my Discord. What is my Discord, you ask? It is where Sketchtember is currently hosted. There is a special Sketchtember text channel right here. There's an announcements channel. Y'all can hear everything I'm doing. And there's all these other channels, but the most important one right now for September is Sketchtember. Also, all the way down here in General Critique, I pick up pieces to critique. So not only do I critique stuff out of the Reddit, I critique stuff out of the Discord. So these two here are how you can get your stuff in my videos and how you can join us for Sketchtember. What is Sketchtember? It is a it's a daily, month-long prompt challenge for end of summer harvest season themed sketches, and we do them all on the same day. And this is my little layout. I worked so hard on this layout. Okay, right now we are on a deer and fawn. So we've done a lot so far. I haven't been able to do every single one, but I've done a handful of them. I plan on catching up this weekend. Tomorrow is making jam. And at the end of this challenge, at the end of September, I'm going to collect all of these. And I'm going to be posting them up on a videos. This was actually one of the cutest ones. The theme was a mushroom filled, or bedroom overgrown with mushrooms. And I love the way they did this one. And there are a couple more. There's, I think, a garden fence, I believe, a fence of overgrown garden. So even if you don't do every single day, you still managed to do a lot more sketches than you would have without Sketchtember. You know what I'm saying? So please join us there. At the start of October, there will be a Portrait Studio sale. So just go to my store and scroll down. That's Portrait Studio. I'll be using that today to help me figure out the lighting. And then my masterclass and my Portrait Studio will both be on sale from October 1st to October 14th. And it'll be like half off. So if you can, wait for the October sale so you can get it a lot cheaper. If you buy it now, you're just paying full price. So just wait a little bit and you'll get both of those practically for the price of one, or even less than the price of one. Let's get started for today. So this piece is supposed to be a girl standing under some kind of tree or canopy in the daylight, and what I'm seeing is a very, very cautious attempt at making those kind of like bits of sunlight that come through and through the leaves and create this really, really blurred moving shadow effect. I forget what it's called, but I'm actually going to try to pull that off here, but also talk about exactly what the issues are with the portrait as a whole, and then the light environment as well. So I'm darkening the object while slightly brightening the background. I don't want to overdo that too much, but I want to show that it's a time of day that's getting lots of light. It's outside, it's afternoon, so it's not that I'm darkening her to the point of a silhouette, or it's an evening time where there's a bonfire behind her. It's the daylight is behind her and she's under some kind of canopy or shadow. This model right here, so what is Portrait Studio? It's an open, you don't have to render, kind of like a freehand, completely untethered to any kind of baking or whatever, or cooking or sauteing of your model. Everything you do to the light is live. Everything you do just renders right away. If you do turn enhanced lighting on, it takes a second for all the pixels to settle down. But this is Portrait Studio. You can control the mannequins, you can control the lighting, and you can control the camera. And that's it. You take a shot, you take a picture, and you're done. You have your reference. So I'm using that today to help us figure some of this stuff out. All right, so that's good. I want a little bit of shadow across the face. And I'm going to take this screenshot I don't usually use that. I just use green shot just because it crops it right away. And I'm going to open that reference on the side, and it'll help me figure out not only the lighting, but the perspective as well. The nostrils, although you can't see them here because of my light setup on Portrait Studio, though you could change yours. The nostrils are completely open and visible from this angle, but you made yours slits, which is side view of a nose. When you look at a nose from the side, what does it look like? It just looks like two lines. So the next thing I'm going to do is where the ear is. I'm just going to correct that placement of the ear. Right, and that line, this intense shadow you have, take a look now at the reference. What are we seeing from top-down lighting? We're seeing like the opposite of some of the decisions you made. If the nose is an elevation, why does it warrant a shadow on its sides anymore? Right, so we're responding as if the canopy isn't there. We're painting the face as if the canopy never existed, which is the tree or whatever is casting that shadow you started off with. So the next thing I want to do is figure out what's happening with her hair. So I want to make it feel like the hair is also getting some of that light from the top. There's a little bit of light there. There is shadow on the hair, but blonde hair, when it darkens, tends to just get into a light dark. There's no really deep blacks in blonde hair because hair itself is a little bit translucent. And so it doesn't actually get all that black. And I'm just going to blend out the hair. You have these like really strange, almost overlay brushstroke patterns. Why aren't your brushstrokes following the way of the hair? Doesn't that make more sense, right? Shouldn't that be what you do? So your hair, look at my brush, should follow, your brushstroke should follow the shape and folds of the hair. So you got a little bit tucked behind the ears. And I'm going to do some with a light brush, some with a dark brush. And then that little bit tucked behind the ears kind of gets folded and the big pieces take over. So my brush takes a larger size. And I do a couple big pieces and then a small couple pieces here and there in between them. And that's it. And my neighbor started weed whacking, right on schedule. And then I'm just going to throw a couple more. Maybe she has longer bangs. All right, so what I'm going to do is just select this whole thing. And I'm going to pick any shadow, drop that in. And I'm going to lower the opacity. And with lasso tool, I'm actually going to try to just do what you did before with but I'm going to try to get these little shadows of the canopy, of the light going in between the leaves to be a bit random. And I don't want it to be like everywhere or crazy. I just want it to be enough that it's flattering. And it's not everywhere, by the way, because there are some parts that don't get light. So there's the cast shadow of her head on this piece here, a little bit on her chest. Don't make them an equal distance apart like I'm doing, because that's what makes it look weird. And then I'll just delete those. I'll delete a bit more. I just want to do a quick sample to see what I like. Next thing I do is I just blur. And I blur a lot. Like right about there, it looks natural. And that's it, you're done. The steps we took were as follows. We figured out the light environment. Step 1, light environment. Where's the sun at? So then we figured out the light on the object, so light on object. And then 3, we applied the secondary stuff, which is cast shadows. So cast shadows. This is a cast shadow, this is a cast shadow, and this whole thing is a cast shadow, that little effect we did. Okay? And the light environment helped me pick that the background needs to be bright and the object needs to be dark, because it'll always be like that. It'll always be some kind of really bright outdoor environment because it's infinitely more open than the object is. The object is small, opaque. The background is like endless space. Not endless, but seemingly endless. Skies go all the way to the horizon. Half the earth is daytime. This is a lot of bounce light. And the object is just a tiny thing in front of a lens. The object is going to eclipse that entire background of daytime no matter where you are and what you're doing. I feel like we really missed out So what we can do is do the opposite of the shadow. We do the light. We paste it as white. We lower the opacity. And then filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and blur the crap out of that. And we just get a bit more of that light effect. And yeah, I should have erased it beforehand. And then you could pull it up, put it on color dodge. Really? Alright, and then you can just put it somewhere there. Let me show you the before and after. I don't think I can do it that way, but before. Okay, so the background was dark. The object was glowing on its own. There were light effects on the eyes, but that didn't make any sense because why was there sunshine coming through the trees even though it wasn't reaching the background, right? And after, the light is now right behind the character. The character is under that canopy. And the whole light makes sense because we went through those red notes. Remember those steps? What's the light source? What's the light environment? What's the main object? How does it respond to the light environment? And what are the accessories? The accessory cast shadows. Okay, if you want to get your work critiqued, you just have to go to istebrak.com. And there you'll find everything you need, like every possible bit of information that you need. So how do you get your work critiqued? Two ways. You click on the subreddit icon here, that'll take you to our subreddit, or you go to the community tab and click here to join the Discord. There is currently a Sketchtember challenge and we're halfway through. Some beasts have done every single day so far, which I'm so proud of. Some people have only done half of that, but that's okay because you're still sketching. You're still raising your mileage. That's not mileage you're ever going to lose. You will always have those minutes that you spent sketching. Those will always be there to raise your skill. You're raising your skill even when you're doing idle sketching. October, two things are going to happen. The sale from the 1st to the 14th, there will be a Portrait Studio sale on my site. It's one of the lowest sales of the year. So the lowest it'll go is this, like Christmas time. That's when I'm just like doing 55% off. But up around November, Cyber Monday, all that stuff, I have sales like these, which is very, very low, like 50-60% off for Portrait Studio. So please have a look at my website around that time. Wait, don't buy it now. You saw me use it today. Wait for it. If you're having issues with your portraits and you want to just get better at portraits before you try illustrations, I do have a masterclass on portraits. Basically, I walk you through a sphere and how to turn a sphere. Remember that whole cube, polygon, portrait? Well, I start with a sphere instead, move into a cube, and finally a portrait. I show you where to blend. I show you where not to blend. I teach you what the edges are. I teach you what the dark spots are. I teach you about face texture. I teach you about each individual feature and what's required. I show you the entire process and how unbelievably unintimidating it is once you're done and how easy it is. It's just a method. It's just a technique. It's 3.5 hours. It comes with written notes written by me for you. All you got to do is sit there and just take it all in. The notes are right there when you need them. Again, comes with templates. I put my heart and soul into this masterclass. And soon a 3/4 view masterclass will also come out as soon as I find time to do it. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you guys next class on Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern. I am sorry about the skipping every other critique hour. I'm doing that for my own health until I get back on my feet a little bit. I'll see you guys next time, and please join the Discord. Come hang with us. Don't be shy. It's not a secret little club. It's open to everyone now. Anyone can join, and we've met a lot of new amazing people. I'll see you guys next class. Bye.